Here's day 4 of our road trip from Alabama to Canada, and today is our last day of driving. So we started the morning off with a little walk and potty break for River, and then Summit actually also went potty in the car before we left. And we had a bit of a shorter drive today, only 5 hours, but our first stop was actually to go get gas and to clean my windows because they were covered in flies. And Summit loves watching me clean the windows. Sometimes he'll swat at it as I'm wiping, and then he was also swatting at me when I went back to the door. But they pretty much fell asleep almost immediately. We had a short drive to the border. It was only like an hour and a half. It was honestly a really pretty drive today. But then we got to the border checkpoint, and it's so funny because this year they pretty much looked at my passport, asked me the 10 or so questions that they have to ask, and then were like, you're good to go. But last year they asked the questions and then they repeated the questions to try and trip me up on my answers. And then they wanted to see River's vaccinations. And then they made me park and come inside so they could ask me more questions about my job. So it was just crazy how much easier it was to cross this year, and they weren't grilling me with questions. But then we took a potty break and then stopped in Lethbridge to go to Homes Alive's pet store. They have this slow feeder that I've been wanting to get River, and I wanted to pick up some more food. And then Summit fell asleep and he looked dead for a second, but they pretty much fell back asleep because we had a 2.5 hour drive over to Calgary to help set up for and celebrate my best friend Allie's 30th birthday. She's one of the few friends I made last summer in Calgary. But we had a great time at the party, and Summit slept almost the whole time. And then tomorrow we're headed to our Airbnb for the summer.